In the early hours of June 26, 1940, NMS Delfinul, a Romanian submarine, triggered alarms upon spotting 5 formidable warships approaching the strategic target of the Port of Constanța on the western shores of the Black Sea. Romania, having recently aligned with the Nazis and launched attacks on Soviet airfields, was now facing retaliation from the Soviet Black Sea Fleet. Constanța was well defended, featuring Romanian anti-air artillery units, a contingent of 700 German Kriegsmarine personnel manning the formidable Tirpitz gun battery, coastal destroyers and gunboats. Additionally, 1,000 mines were strategically placed in the sea to secure the entry points. The first wave of Soviet bombers attempted an attack but failed. At 3:58 a.m., the destroyers Moskva and Kharkov bombarded the port with 350 shells in less than 10 minutes. As the raid continued, a second wave of Soviet bombers descended. It was at this crucial moment that Horia Agarici, a pilot from the Royal Romanian Air Force, took to the skies in an unusual aircraft for the Axis forces a British Hawker Hurricane. The events that unfolded next remained undisclosed by the Soviets. Post-World War I, Europe underwent a significant transformation, with old empires dissolving and borders reshaping. Romania seized the opportunity to annex territories like Bessarabia, Bukovina, and Transylvania through treaties like the Treaty of Versailles. This expansion not only added land but also extended Romania's Black Sea coastline, elevating Constanța into a vital maritime hub. The Black Sea, shared by multiple nations, has historically been a contested region where empires vied for dominance. During World War II, controlling the Black Sea was crucial for gaining a strategic advantage in the war, enabling the movement of troops and supplies and facilitating naval operations. Following territorial disputes with Hungary and the Soviet Union, Romania had lost significant areas it acquired in the previous decades. The Soviet occupation of Bessarabia and northern Bukovina left Romania feeling vulnerable. Influenced by Germany and promises of territorial restoration, Romania joined the Axis camp. Recognizing Constanța's importance, Romania collaborated closely with Germany to fortify the port. As part of the agreement, when Romania joined the Tripartite Pact, the German military established the Tirpitz battery as the main defense line, operated by a detachment of 700 Kriegsmarine personnel under Romanian command. Protective measures included minefields, anti-aircraft guns, and patrol boats to counter a potential Soviet incursion. In the weeks leading up to the raid on Constanța, the geopolitical landscape shifted rapidly with the Axis powers mobilizing for Operation Barbarossa against the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union closely monitored Axis activities in the Black Sea, especially the fortification of Constanța, a symbolic challenge to Axis control. Adolf Hitler notified Romanian authorities about Operation Barbarossa, anticipating retaliation. The Romanian Navy responded by deploying 3 mine-layer vessels to place 1,000 mines along the coast. The 53rd Fighter Squadron of the Romanian Royal Air Force, stationed at Mamaia Airfield, was assigned to protect Constanța and the connecting railroad line. While most Romanian fighter squadrons were equipped with Heinkel He-112 and Messerschmitt Bf-109, the 53rd opted for the reliable Hawker Hurricanes delivered before Romania's entry into the war in January 1940. As the Eastern Front roared to life on June 22, 1941, with Germany advancing into Russian territory, the Royal Romanian Air Force took the offensive in Bessarabia, launching an attack on Soviet airfields. The 53rd Squadron prepared for an escort mission, accompanying bombers en route to Buzău. Lieutenant Horia Agarici, eager to join his squadron, attended the briefing, but learned that his aircraft was under repair, preventing his participation in the sortie. The only other available Hurricane was grounded due to engine overheating. Despite these setbacks, the attack proved successful, destroying 37 Soviet aircraft before they could take off. Frustrated but determined, Agaritzi awaited an opportunity to showcase his skills. Soviet retaliation was swift, with 4 Tupolev SV light bombers and 4 Ilyushin DB-3 bombers targeting the port of Constanța the next day. In the initial wave, aircraft from the Russian 40th Bomber Aviation Regiment and the 2nd Mine Torpedo Aviation Regiment failed to inflict significant damage. As a second wave approached, Horia Agaritzi, driven by his insistence and despite the known engine issues, was allowed to pilot the remaining Hawker Hurricane. In a mere 1 minute, he shot down 3 enemy aircraft. Engine problems forced him to land, leaving everyone to ponder how many more foes he could have defeated with a better plane. 2 of the defeated bomber's crews were captured, while the 3rd fell into the Black Sea. Agaritzi's remarkable feat, shooting down 3 enemies in one sortie, transformed him into a folk hero across Romania. The government utilized his story for propaganda, even inspiring a song about him. Agaritzi received accolades, including the Aeronautical Virtue Medal 3rd Class, a Knight rank in the Order of the Crown, a German Iron Cross, and a promotion to captain. Meanwhile, the Soviets adapted their strategy under Vice Admiral Filip Oktyabrski, commander of the Black Sea Fleet. Recognizing the need for a multifaceted approach, the next attack on Constanța would not rely solely on air raids. Under intense pressure, a successful raid on Constanța would serve as a retaliatory strike, diverting Axis resources from the Eastern Front. Additionally, it aimed to force the Axis powers to reconsider their naval strategies in the Black Sea, potentially creating vulnerabilities that the Soviets could exploit in the future. The Voroshilov Group, consisting of 2 Leningrad-class destroyer leaders, Moskva and Kharkov, 2 destroyers, Smyshleny and Subrazitelny, and 1 cruiser, Voroshilov, formed a task force for a new attempt on Constanța. Another task force, led by the battleship Pariskaya Komuna, positioned itself 100 miles from the port, ready to invade if the first task force succeeded. At 12:30 a.m., the advancing formation was detected from the east by the Romanian Royal Navy submarine NMS Delfinul. As the report of the incoming force reached Romanian forces, the Kriegsmarine, and the entire port, preparations were made for an imminent battle. By 3:58 a.m., the Voroshilov task force, led by flotilla leaders Moskva and Kharkov, positioned itself optimally for firing. From a distance of 15 miles, they unleashed a barrage on the Palace railway station and the port's infrastructure, firing 350 rounds in a span of 10 intense minutes. Despite the damage inflicted, the warning from NMS Delfinul prevented the Romanians from being caught off guard. Positioned strategically near Tuzla Cape, destroyers NMS Regina Maria and NMS Marasti retaliated with precision. As the sun rose over Constanța, the invading ships' silhouettes on the horizon provided clear targets for defenders, while the Romanian ships, blending in with the Tuzla terrain, made it difficult for the opposing guns to aim accurately. Regina Maria and Marasti launched a powerful counter-barrage, damaging Kharkov and severely impacting Moskva. The German coastal batteries, operated by the efficient Kriegsmarines, added to the distress of the Soviet ships. In an attempt to regroup, Moskva started its retreat, turning east. However, navigational miscalculations led the damaged ship into a lurking minefield laid a few days earlier around Constanța. An explosive blast tore Moskva apart, sinking rapidly and becoming a watery grave for over 300 sailors, with only 69 of its 400-man crew rescued. In the skies above, bombers from the Black Sea Fleet's 63rd Soviet Naval Aviation Brigade attempted to compensate for the Navy's inefficiency. Taking off from Saki, Crimea, in 4 groups, they faced severe anti-aircraft fire upon reaching Constanța. The unexpected effectiveness of Romanian anti-aircraft artillery forced the Soviets to alter tactics, conducting nighttime bombing raids over Romania only. three waves of bombers faced staunch resistance from Romanian ground defences, supported by NMS Muguesco and NMS Marasti. Together, these two ships shot down 18 bombers. On the water, the battle persisted, with Romanian motor torpedo boats NMS Viforul and NMS Vielia attempting to engage the damaged Kharkov. However, the remaining vessels of the Voroshilov group formed a protective screen, repelling the Romanian boats. Amidst the chaos, another mine detonated, damaging the cruiser Voroshilov. The raid on Constanța fell short of its primary objective to cripple the port and its defences. With German support, the Romanians successfully repelled the multi-pronged assault, demonstrating resilience across naval, air, and artillery defences. Romanian morale soared as the defence of Constanța became a symbol of resistance against Soviet aggression. Individuals like Lieutenant Horia Agarici were celebrated for their heroics, and the port's successful defence was touted as evidence of the Romanian military's capabilities. However, the raid exposed vulnerabilities, emphasizing the need to address navigational challenges posed by minefields, ensuring the safety of friendly ships. For the Soviets, the raid served as a harsh lesson, and the surviving sailors were reportedly prohibited from discussing the devastating defeat. The loss of Moskva, a flagship vessel, prompted Vice Admiral Filip Oktyabrsky, commander of the Black Sea Fleet, to reassess strategies. Shifting focus to more indirect methods of warfare, Oktyabrsky emphasized submarine warfare to exploit Axis supply line vulnerabilities and embraced nighttime bombing raids to capitalize on surprise and avoid formidable daytime defenses. Thank you for watching.